didn't always, she got burnt. She didn't always, she felt like she had to stay covered up all the time. And
it's a better climate for her.
That's part of her rationale, and it's a good one.
No, everybody.
She cares about her health, and I love that she does.
Yeah, it's important to have. Yeah, but it just makes it more where you have to be intentional about when you go visit, right? It's
and I have this, and I've been ecologically aware and an activist of sort for most of my life. I've been plant-based since I was 19 years old. She's plant-based. My grandkids are plant-based, and for ecological reasons, not for ethical reasons.
Yeah.
So the idea of flying across is kind of counter to
that I know,
so
right?
I've taken the train across 3 times, which is definitely a trip and a half. I'll tell you, it's more expensive. And
Isn't it crazy that it's so much more expensive?
And it takes a lot more time.
Yeah, I know.
Fortunately, I was working a good corporate job for a while, so 2 of the trips I actually took the sleeper, and that was, I had a nice time,
I did a really cool train ride from Seattle up to Vancouver.
And I hear the Canadian stuff is nice.
It's such a beautiful ride along the Pacific and just so neat. My kids loved it.
I like trains. I wish we had high-speed trains in the United States.
I know. When you go to Europe and you see how well they do it, you're like, my goodness.
And we haven't, and even looking at what they're doing in Asia, which is come on.
I haven't been to Asia to experience it, but
I haven't either, other than television and that kind of stuff.
I would love to see it though, because I was like, man, we're so behind with that kind of stuff.
Japan, you can get all around Japan snappy without having to get in a plane.
Yeah. We just decided to put a bunch of roads and that was going to be it.
It's oil baron stuff.
Yeah.
It's what it is. We're ruled by oil barons, and I don't know how we're gonna. I have so many people that I argue with me. It's the first EV. They're a little bit impressed, but then they go on the rant about, but it can't replace. It's just as polluting as internal combustion, and it's really no better, and it's all just oil baron propaganda. Is really what it is.
Right.
And the one that I hit him back with is the first folks I know that bought into Tesla also bought solar panels, and they drive for free, and they have been driving for free. Andrew bought his original Tesla in 2012. He was one of the people that put down the deposit before you could even get the car.
Yeah.
And he's been driving for free forever because you can make your own electricity. You cannot make your own petroleum.
Nope.
And nobody can. And it's the only place in the universe. We're not talking about Earth. We're talking about the universe where you're going to find petroleum. You're going to find gold, lithium, all the minerals, all over. You're going to find them on asteroids. You're going to find it on the moon. There's tons of it on the moon. We could be mining the moon and wouldn't have to worry about ecological disasters or anything like that. All that's within within imaginary possibilities. But I don't care how good of imagination you have, you're not going to find petroleum on the moon or on Mars or anywhere because it requires dead life. And we make plastics out of it. We make so much stuff out. And what are our great-grandkids going to use to make this stuff if we burnt it all?
It's mind-boggling.
But we do it a little bit where we can.
Well, yeah.
That's all we can do. I figured the only real power we have is where we spend our dollars, so I bought an EV.
Well, it does make a difference.
Because it is the little things that add up, None of us can do it all by ourselves, can do much by ourselves, but if we each do our own little bits.
Yep, this is cool. I've coming across the airport like this before.